Good morning, Guardians. The Hijabi Gamer here, and it is already Friday. It is amazing how the week suddenly goes by. It starts up slow, and then all of a sudden, you wake up and it's like, damn, when did it become Friday? Wow. Anyway, it's Friday, which means it's time for another Xur Location video from Original Destiny. You heard me? Destiny 1. See, this is the old tower. I miss this tower. How long is it going to take them to fix it? Yes, I know it was damaged, but it wasn't that bad. Come on, fix the tower. This is a nicer tower. Anyway, Original Destiny, a reminder. Keep in mind, Xur is only in the tower in Original Destiny for 48 hours. He arrives, for me, in New Jersey at 5 a.m. Friday morning, and he is gone by Sunday morning at 5 a.m. Destiny 2, he stays until reset. Destiny 1, he's only in the tower for 48 hours, which is why I really try to make these videos every Friday morning, because you have a very limited amount of time to find Xur and get what you need. So again, he arrives at 5 a.m. on Friday, and he leaves by Sunday 5 a.m. for me in New Jersey. Varies based on what your location is. But 48 hours. Okay? We good? We good? We got that? Alright. Anyway, we are heading. You can always tell if he's in the tower based on this purple mark. The only other location he can be is the reef, and he is rarely at the reef, probably because they try to make it as available to people, as many people as possible, and you still need to unlock the reef before you can go there and find Xur. So this mark lets you know he is in the tower. If it's not there, he's in one spot in the reef. And God, the cat is staring at me. Anyway, you're heading to your left towards the speaker and Eva Levante, who doesn't leave the tower in Original Destiny. I just wish she would stop referring to herself in the third person. Eva, we love you, Eva, but can you stop with this? And she's always like, it's so nice of you when you come and visit, old Eva. Please don't, Eva, please. Anyway, you're heading to one of my favorite locations for Xur, which is this corner over here, overlooking the city. It's a very beautiful view. I like the fact that you can have a day and night cycle, at least in the tower. And it's just a really nice view. She's staring at me. Anyway, here he is. He has one of my favorite weapons and one of my favorite ornaments, which is awesome. So, first off, the usual legacy engram. I know there's some benefits to picking up the legacy engrams, but I don't think it's worth the cost of 29 strange coins. I mean, I know at one point there were a ton of strange coins, and the best way to get strange coins, by the way, is just to play. Raise your faction is primarily one of the good ones. Getting faction packages have 4 strange coins, but just playing, you'll find them in chests. Public events will sometimes drop them. I'll subtly look. If I play a week of Destiny and all of a sudden by Friday I'll notice I have like 30 strange coins and I don't even remember where I got them from, because just from playing the game. Still, yeah, that she's still staring at me. Still, it seems a bit hefty. 29 strange coins for an unknown. You could end up with something you already have. At least that's been my experience. I always end up with something I already have. Yeah. Anyway, for the Titan, you have the Dude Marchers, which increase sprint speed, move faster with aimed weapon, and tighter sprinting turn radius. Which I know there's something equivalent for the Warlock and for the Hunter. It's like there's some exotics they basically give across the board so that everybody has something similar, and this is one of them. Looks pretty cool. I mean, some exotics, some of the gear to me seems completely impractical and useless in the field. Like, for example, the Warlock one. I will show you. It strikes me as making even the Corpus helmet look practical in comparison. At least the Corpus helmet really, I mean, anyway. This seems like a decent one. I need to pull out my Titan and my Warlock and expand my gaming. I've been playing God of War, which, by the way, is awesome. And yes, I am on Xbox at the moment, but I play God of War on PlayStation. Go back to sleep, cat. Anyway, for the Hunter, you have one of my favorite exotics, the Bones of Ao, which they're never going to bring it to... Come on, I would love it if they brought this to Destiny 2, but you know they're not, because this is going to make their life a little bit more complicated. The Bones of Ao upgrades your double jump with an additional jump. So think of it. You get another jump. It's awesome. It's wonderful for those jump puzzles in like King's Fall and what was the other one with I think it was primarily King's Fall that had the jump puzzles, but Bones of Ao gives you an extra jump. It's awesome. The only thing is, they're not going to bring it because now they have to be careful. They don't set it so that hunters can go to places they're not supposed to. And yes, I saw they're bringing King's Fall to Destiny 2. A part of me is excited, and a part of me is like, yeah, but you brought the Cosmodrome to Destiny 2 without Siva. It's almost like you're just throwing content in for remember-alls, or whatever it's called. The member berries. Right, remember berries. And it's like, yeah, but you brought the Cosmodrome, but you forgot Siva. Anyway, that aside, Bones of Ao is one of my favorite exotics. Highly recommend you. I generally recommend you pick up all the exotics you don't have because, again, when you pick up an exotic, you're getting the blueprint. So even if you were to pick up Bones of Ao and dismantle it because you're not playing as a hunter, and a year from now you suddenly decide to play as a hunter, you go to the exotic kiosk by the Vanguard, and you can reclaim it. So that's the thing. On top of that, you get Grimoire score for every exotic you pick up. That's why I say just across the board, pick everything up. Even if you don't have that class, just pick it up. You may change your mind and play that class, which I did at one point. I wasn't planning on playing a Titan or a Warlock, and I ended up picking them up. It was like, it was a good thing I had those exotics. Only, this is just a great one to have. And then you have the Stag for the Warlock, which to me, once per life, fast supercharge when all teammates die. Chance to spawn with overshield. This strikes me as something you really would want to use in a fire team. I'm not a Warlock expert. Honestly, to me, there's one really odd criteria I have when it comes to my Guardian's armor. That is practical appearance. And to me, this one with the massive horn sticking out of the head makes the Corpus helmet look practical. I mean, the Corpus helmet, it's understandable. I figure it's a lot more complicated than we get. And I've actually referred to the fact that they probably have some kind of computer HUD on the inside, which will give them like night vision. They could scan different areas. The helmet is probably, the entire suit is ridiculously complicated. We figured in my live stream it's probably Anyway, that all aside, at least the Corpus helmet isn't two massive horns sticking out of the top of your head. To me, the Stag strikes me as being ridiculously impractical for being in the field. But then, I'm the person who never used to use the ornaments you got during the raids, during the Age of Triumph or something, which made you glow and made you have virtual spikes sticking out of you because they were bright and colorful. It's like, yeah, you're you're fighting Crota. Do you want to have a target painted on your back? So I did favor, I try to go for the more practical, as in something you can move around in on the field. So, I don't know. I tend to not really. It's you don't have any real protrusions and stuff that will get in the way when you're trying to move through the field. At least on my hunter. The reason now. This counter I created stupidly with a stupid skull on his face. But anyway, so to me, the Stag just strikes me as being like, you're running around with two massive horns on the top of your head. I get it, you're a Warlock, but at the same time, you're running around with two massive horns on the top of your head. I would choose the Corpus helmet any day over the Stag, but I'm sure it's a good exotic. Let me know, Warlocks. It really strikes me as something you would need in a fire team. Pick it up just because. Suros Regime. Auto rifle, one of my favorite guns in Destiny. So much so that when I would be doing different things and they'd be like, oh, do you have Gallahorn? Yeah, I might have Gallahorn, but I wouldn't say because I was using Suros Regime. I don't know why, I just love Suros Regime. The bottom half of each magazine deals bonus damage and has a chance to return health on a kill. I really like Suros Regime. I got really into it. So you have the two options: spinning up. The longer this weapon is fired, the faster it fires, versus when zoomed, this weapon fires slower but causes additional damage. I love Suros Regime. The only reason I stopped using Suros Regime after a while was because I picked up, Genesis Chain. Genesis Chain is very similar to Suros Regime. So that's why at one point, the only exotic I would use is Suros. And people are like, why are you using Suros Regime in the Crucible? It's like, because I'm so used to Suros Regime. One of the best ways for me to get kills in the Crucible was Suros Regime. So I loved Suros Regime until then I got Genesis Chain, which is practically very similar to Suros Regime, and I used Genesis Chain instead, so it would open up an exotic slot for me. But Suros Regime, just pick it up. It's an auto rifle. It's an awesome auto rifle. Then, in addition, you have Suros Regime again, but with Basilisk's Glory. So you can pick up Suros Regime alone for 23 strange coins, or you can pick up Suros Regime for 30 strange coins and 30 strange. 30 strange coins and 25 silver dust. It's the Basilisk's Glory, which is my favorite ornament for Suros Regime. So this is the Basilisk's Glory. Now she's sleeping. It's kind of cute. I wish I could move the camera. Am I really that boring to you, cat? No, I think she's hungry. Anyway, Basilisk's Glory is my favorite ornament. And it looks great. So this is what... So you also get lightweight. When held, this weapon grants +2 character agility, and I like the agility and the speed. Anyway, this is what the gun looks like without it. It looks decent, but this is what it looks like with Basilisk's Glory. You know you want it. You know you need this one. You can pick up the ornament separate from the silver dust store. So if you really want it. The other ornament you could get is Red Memorial, which... it's not as cool. Not as cool. So you can pick up Suros Regime alone, or you can pick it up with Basilisk's Glory. And the other weapon you can pick up today for Xur is the Last Word. I do have it. Wait, what was the ornament you get with the Last Word? You get the Last Word and Sequel. Now, I don't really use the Last Word very often. I'm more of a... what's it called, an Ace of Spades person, because again, I am good with the precision kills. So precision kills move 1 round from your ammo reserve into the magazine. So that's why I really like Ace of Spades, because if you do enough precision kills in a row, you rarely have to reload. And to me, there's nothing, especially in Destiny 1 where you don't have the evade that it reloads your weapon for you. I don't really use the Last Word. I think my Last Word is fully unlocked, and you get Sequel. So the Sequel, I don't have it. But this is the ornament. And you could get Addendum. Yeah, I would go for Addendum. I could probably pick that up. But you will get Sequel, and you'll get the Last Word. Improve stability and target acquisition when firing from the hip. Maybe I should use it more, because I feel I need to practice firing from the hip in original Destiny. I fire from the hip in Warframe and original, but I don't in original Destiny. I don't know, I feel like my aim is off firing from the hip in Destiny. This weapon has bonus accuracy while firing from the hip. So this basically is a gun for firing from the hip. In fact, it was one of the reasons for my mistake, because I thought the Plinks was a hand cannon. Because if you play the New War and you play as Viso holds the Plinks like a Guardian holds a hand cannon. He holds it with 2 hands. Which, I mean, he's Corpus also. He's not a Warframe. But he holds it like a hand cannon. And it looks like a hand cannon. If you use the Plinks, it feels like a hand cannon. However, because I wasn't aiming down sights when I got it separate from the New War, I have the Plinks on my Warframe now. I was running around without aiming from the hip. And when you're aiming from the hip, you're shooting with 1 hand. So I'm like, wait a minute. If this is a hand cannon, why is my... And then it's like, it's because I'm not aiming down sights. But Viso, when he uses it, he aims down sights, which makes sense. Again, he's a Corpus. He's not a Warframe. But the Warframe, when you aim down sights with the Plinks, they hold it the same way as Viso. Anyway, that aside, this strikes me as very much than a weapon to use when aiming from the hip. Let me know down in the comments the Last Word. I mean, I unlocked it, so I did use it for a while. Yeah, you're lazy. She's sitting right over there staring at me. And doing the cat eye thing. So cats slowly close. Anyway, so let me know what you think of the last word. As I said, perfect balance. This weapon has extremely low recoil. So I get it. That would actually, you know what? This might be a good weapon to start practicing aiming from the hip with Destiny. I will definitely be playing Destiny 2. I'm curious to know what the new season is like. I saw the Lightfall thing. Yes, I know. I've got a problem. I'm definitely going to be pre-ordering it because it's Destiny 2. I hope this new season is better. As I said, I heard about King's Fall coming out. I will be making a separate. I have a whole list of videos to make. It's just okay. Look, I've been playing Guild Wars 2. Okay. I heard about King's Fall. I don't know because, as I said, my whole thing with the vaulting thing was broken when they took away some of the content I paid for and haven't given it back. Then they bring us King's Fall. It's like, yeah, but you brought... part of me has doubts because they brought the Cosmodrome without Siva. And Rise of Iron is one of my favorite DLC. And it's a very important moment in history and Destiny. So what are you wiping? Are you retconning Siva? Is that, then at least come out and say that you're retconning Siva. But Siva is a part of history. And I don't like the fact that you brought the Cosmodrome without the gaping hole. So you're saying you fixed the goddamn gaping hole in the Cosmodrome, but you haven't fixed the tower? Who cares about the Cosmodrome and the gaping hole in the wall? So anyway, I will see. I'm definitely going to be playing Destiny 2. I'm really liking Guild Wars 2. It's now on Steam. Thank you for watching. Cat, the cuteness is adorable. Stop with the adorableness. That's one reason I really love Destiny 2, though. There is a cat that looks like Buster. She's just, anyway. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with other Destiny players. Let me know what you think about guns, weapons, and Destiny. And hope to see you in the tower.